Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we're here to talk about a 1998 sci-fi action film called Soldier, starring Kurt Russell and directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. Paul W.S. Anderson is behind the several movies which I really like, including the oh, dear me, it's not kind of escapes me. Um, the Resident Evil movies, thank you. Resident Evil movies, and also Alien versus Predator, and one of my favorite films, which is Event Horizon. I love Alien versus Predator, Alien versus Predator as well. So yeah, he's mostly into the action sci-fi series. Paul W.S. Anderson, and other than those films, there are a few that I've been wanting to watch. I have seen Mortal Kombat once, but I haven't seen it since it came in the theaters here in India, so I don't really remember most of it. I think it was a good film. You'll have to refresh my memory. Event Horizon, like I mentioned, is absolutely one of my favorites. This one is okay. Resident Evil, Alien vs Predator, the remaining, all the remaining Resident Evil films, Death Race, which I haven't really watched, The Three Musketeers, starring Mia Kovacs, that I haven't really seen. Mila Jovovich, sorry, not Kovacs, and I have seen Pompeii, but that's not a good movie by any stretch of the imagination. And Monster Hunter, which is not that great either. Anyway, along with Kurt Russell, you have Jason Scott Lee, who is most famous for playing Bruce Lee in the biopic about Bruce Lee that came out in the 90s. I think it came out in 95 itself. Yeah, around 94 or 95. And more recently, plays the dad of the Doogie Kameloha character, Doogie Kameloha MD. You also have Connie Nielsen, Sean Pertwee, and Gary Busey. Pretty good cast if you think about it. And basically, Kurt Russell's character is Sergeant Todd, who plays as an infant. This is set initially in 1996, where a group of orphaned infants are taken for a secret military training program where they're groomed to become like the perfect soldier, hardened soldiers, no emotional attachment to anything else outside of their duty, and they basically become ruthless professionals, and that's basically it. However, by 2036, Sergeant Todd is he's a veteran now, and his unit is going to be replaced by a much more superior one because they are genetically engineered, and the original unit is supposed to be deactivated to do more menial jobs. Colonel Meekum, who played by Jason Isaacs, I think I forgot to mention that he's in this film. Captain Lorca in Star Trek Discovery, was probably one of his best roles, and he plays the leader of the original project, and he introduced the new genetically engineered soldiers. So in a test of trying to see which is the better type of soldier, Kane 607, played by Jason Scott Lee, beats out a couple of the older soldiers, and including Todd. But however, before Todd is dropped down from the chains, he gouges out Kane's eye, and he falls from a great height. The bodies are disposed, thinking that he actually died. They dispose him. However, he doesn't die, and they dispose like garbage. And this is one of the scenes that I really like, that has really stood out for me. The bodies are dumped on Arcadia 234, which is a waste disposal planet. And I keep thinking, humans now in real life, we might have to find a waste planet, kind of like a dumping ground for us, and go and put up all of our waste. A thought to pursue, perhaps. So anyway, Todd survives the drop, and he finds a group of humans. Apparently, there was a colony ship which crash landed, and they were actually believed to be dead. But however, therefore there was no rescue missions or anything like that. However, the people have survived, and it's been a couple of generations, and they've been making a living for themselves. So he's sheltered because he's injured quite a bit. He's sheltered by a character named Mace, played by Sean Pertwee, and his wife Sandra, played by Connie Nielsen. They try to make the community tried to make him feel welcome, but he doesn't really have an attachment to humans. However, he does have a little bit of a rapport with their son Nathan, who is mute, and he starts to, um, unfortunately for him, even though they really like him, he starts having these flashbacks, and by mistake he attacks one of the soldiers, who is very very oh yeah, it's Michael Chilkis who plays Jimmy. Um, Michael Chilkis goes on to play uh, Detective Vic Mackey on The Shield, which is a award-winning television series. I wasn't a fan of it, but yeah, he was also in American Horror Story Freak Show, and he was in he played the Thing in two of the 20s Fantastic Four films, which I know uh, most people aren't big fans of it, but I kind of have a soft spot for them. Anyway, so they throw him out of the colony because, or basically they ask him to leave the colony, they give him some supplies, and he goes, and this is the first time that he actually starts to feel like, he had something. He had a little bit of a family kind of thing, and he is a little bit in tears. However, Mace and his wife are almost bitten by a snake, but their son Nathan, who's a very young boy, saves them from it using a technique that Todd tried to teach him. That's a tongue twister. Todd tried to teach him, and understanding the value of what he tried to teach their little boy, Mace decides he wants to go and bring him back, but unfortunately for them, the Colonel Meekum and his engineers arrive on a big ship. They come to the garbage planet thinking it is uninhabited. In fact, it's actually listed as uninhabited. And they are trying to use their community, that area, as target practice. So Mace gets killed just after he meets and reunites with Todd. So unfortunately, a few people are killed, but Todd gets the advantage of a lot of the soldiers just because of the years of experience he's got, with a little help from some of the folks that are living in the colony. And finally he's victorious. He kills Kane as well, and Meekum tries to escape with his small group of remaining people, but the old soldiers who are doing jobs like basically taking care of the ship, they side with Todd, and they dump Meekum and his people. Meekum also kills Captain Church, who was the leader of their particular unit of Todd's unit, and he wanted to help Todd, but he was killed as well. So they dump Meekum and his remaining soldiers on the planet, and they leave in the escape. Take all the colonies and colonists, and they escape in the ship, leaving them here. And in trying to trying to fix a particular thing, there Meekum and his people are actually destroyed. The planet is also destroyed. So yeah, that's basically how the movie ends. The colonists, along with Todd and his soldiers, they decide to leave for the original settlement on another planet, which is much more hospitable. This is what the colonists initially were planning on going to, which is when they crash land on the garbage planet. And that ends the movie. Is it a really good film? No. Great film? No. It's watchable. It's very, very typical for the 90s, mid and late 90s kind of sci-fi action films. It's got its place. It bombed at the box office. I think the movie was made on a budget of around 60 million. Yeah, that's right. $60 million. And it made 14.6 million. So yeah, it flopped. But I do think that, especially if you like these kind of action films, you'll have a soft spot for this movie in particular. Like I said, and to be honest, Kurt Russell he barely has any lines in the movie. In fact, I think he just says a couple of times here and there. Oh, a fun fact, Wyatt Russell, who's an actor as well, and Kurt Russell's son, played him as the 11-year-old version of Todd. And yeah, so there's a few things that I liked about the film, especially the point of like the garbage part and all that. And the fights are pretty decent. It's fun to see Kurt Russell fight with Jason Scott Lee, and you know, two actors who Kurt Russell is a really really good actor, but I like Jason Scott Lee and Scott Lee too, as well as I like Connie Nielsen, Jason Isaacs, and Sean Connery. All of them do a pretty fine job in the movie. Um, that's about it. I'll give this film. That's a odd part. I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10, or a 6.5 to a 7ish, close to 7. I guess I can put it. And the reason is I don't see myself watching it immediately anytime soon, but maybe sometime down the line I might want to watch this once again. And that's all I can say about this film. Thank you guys. Have a good night.